we're all good to go. This is being live streamed. Got it. Good afternoon and welcome once again to the Digital Toolkit, the only place to be to get the latest tools, tips and advice to help you grow your business online. Today's session, we've got a killer session for you with Andrea Anderson in the lead. She is taking us on a whirlwind adventure down the pathway of digital marketing strategies to help you grow your business online. So handing over the mic to Andrea to introduce the session, and then we'll go through our experts who are live with us today. So over to you, Andrea.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Andrea Anderson, Chief Ideas Specialist from Your Marketing Machines. And yes, this is actually my my avatar, which is Animal from the Muppets. So do figure out who is your Muppet. And if you get a chance through the session today, throw it up on the screen and be proud to be your Muppet. So Katrina, do you want me to kickstart into the little prezzo I've sort of put together for us, or do you want me to go there? Or
let's do the intros first.
Yeah, let's do the intros first so that everyone knows who our awesome team is.
So intros, who you are, what you do for small business, and how we can find you. We'll start with the very lovely Taryn Surratt.
Hey, I'm Taryn. I'm from Cassie.co, which is an app for digital advertising in the offline world. So same concept as Facebook or Google ads, only instead of placing your ads in front of people on their personal devices, it's out on billboards or other advertising screens in the real world.
Beautiful. And how can we find you, Cassie?
You can search for Cassie.co with 2 A's. Good luck.
Well done. And over to you, Jamin.
Oh, thank you. I just mirrored myself so the logo actually displayed properly. Look, Jamin from Kinetics Web Hosting, as the name suggests, we're a web hosting company based here in Brisbane, Australian owned and operated for over 20 years. We've got all our support stuff in Australia, all our servers in Australia. So, if you need a good, secure, a fast web hosting company, we're your bag. So once you get into all these little secrets of the digital Toolkit team are spruiking, you can come and reach out to us either via Facebook, 1300 Host Me, or via our website. So that's me, Jamin.
Brilliant support over there at Kinetics. Jamin and his team are more than happy to help explain the processes, not just help you out. So brilliant web host. Thanks, Jamin, for being here. And over to you, Tony. Thanks for being with us today. It's been a little while.
It's been a little while, hasn't it? Yeah, a little busy, but it's nice to be back. Hello, Cookie Monster, my avatar. Met Cookie Monster once, that's another story, but I was about 8 at the time. So Tony Barnes, Cyber Partners, cybersecurity consulting and services company based here in Brisbane. We do all sorts of stuff. We do a cyber assessments, advisory, penetration testing, security operations. If you get really badly into it, forensics and various bits and pieces. We do a lot of security awareness, helping people understand how not to click on that thing and all of that stuff too, training stuff. Cyberpartners.com.au, that's us. Thanks, Katrina. Looking forward to it, Andrea.
Brilliant. Thanks for joining us, Tony. And Cyber Partners, brilliant, absolutely brilliant in the security space. Over to Carly from Inkblot VA.
Hi everybody, I'm Carly. I'm from Inkblot VA. We are Australian virtual assistants, and we work the back end in your business. We make it work efficiently. We help out with all of the bits and pieces that you just don't want to do. That's not your superpower. It is not where your grace lies. It is something, however, that still needs to be done. That is our superpower. That is where our grace lies. And that is always going to get done at Inkblot VA. We are offering some new services but generally speaking, we are the general admin team. So you can find us at www.inkblotva.com or at inkblotva for all of the socials. We're on Facebook and Instagram only. Thank you very much, Katrina. Looking forward to today. We're going to write lots of notes, Andrea.
Just a reminder as well, if you've got questions, put them in the feed below or in the Zoom chat. We will answer them. Please don't hesitate to ask the scary questions or just the general ones. We're here to help. Take advantage of the expert live Q&A. And over to Kay. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks, Katrina. Hi, everybody. I'm Kay Ridge Social. We are your social media marketing company. We deal totally in organic, which means we do all your content, all your copywriting, everything you need, whether it be on your website or a post or a blog, whatever the case may be. You can find me if you Google www.social.com.au. And I have to say, if we're dealing with the Muppets, my avatar would be Miss Piggy. She's independent, she's strong, and she can karate chop like nobody else.
I love Miss Piggy. That was going to be my choice, but
you see, you were too late. That's what happened.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. Right. So who am I? My name's Katrina. I'm from Ranking Australia, and I am your Google business partner. So we help you basically turn your Google traffic into revenue. We bring them to your website so you can get them converted with your systems in place. So you can Google us, Ranking Australia, and reach out and we can help you get your business moving. Over to you, Andrea.
Woohoo! Wop, wop. Okay, can I get a drum roll? Thank you very much, Lee. Okay. Today, guys, this is to you, my panelists, my fellow panelists. What I would love for you to do, I'd love for you to be involved in this presentation. It's not just about me, it's about a we, and more importantly, it's about how we're going to help support business owners, decision makers, and how they can essentially remain relevant online in today's chaotic environment. So everything here today, guys, I'm going to be looking at you for feedback. This is not a voyeuristic opportunity, but rather it's one for you to share your knowledge and your expertise with all of our listeners out there. So let's get into it. What I usually find, and once again, love you guys' feedback on this one, is the problem out there for a lot of businesses is that there's just too many options. There's hundreds of thousands of strategies, suggestions, tips, hints, tricks that you can implement in your business. Along with that, there's also a cost involved, and these can range from anything from free to expensive. But we know that whenever something's free, there's usually limitations to what you can do. And also, I don't know whether there is such a thing as a unicorn software out there. If there is, I'd really love to know because I've yet to come across one. And then, of course, there's your own level of expertise as the business owner or decision maker. Technically, you'd be brilliant in your own job, but when it comes to actually doing things like implementing a Google strategy or writing copy or, hey, let's just do some social media posts, can actually be quite daunting for a lot of people. So the key is for today, and really it's about the ability to be able to make a splash, survive the ride, drown out your competitors, and still come up standing. And that's the challenge that is, I guess, upon all of us in business today. And the reason why this is so important that we find what's right for us is that marketing, as we know, is very confusing, whether it's online or offline. And look, this is my twin here. This is how I always look whenever I'm confused. And that's what's happening for a lot of people out there in marketing. So today, guys, to my fellow panelists, I'm calling on you to open up your microphones now. Open up your microphones now. Okay, Carly, Tony, Jamin, thank you. Taryn, you better have yours open as well. Yeah, good. Okay, because we're about to go into some case studies. Now, I've chosen 3 real case studies. I scoured through small business groups on Facebook that I belong to, and these are some of the case studies that you'll find. So, case study number 1. I opened up a small bubble tea shop about 6 months ago, and it has been doing really well. We serve other drinks and small snacks as well. Since the return of school and the wet weather, our sales have dropped and our days are slow. Any advice, suggestions, or tips we could try to book sales to increase sales? They have a Facebook page, they've got an Insta page. Yes, they're doing loyalty cards, and they've also got a few seasonal promotions. This is the information they gave. Now, here is, and I want you to be thinking, what would be some suggestions that I would give to these people? But hold that thought for one moment longer, because here are some of the possible solutions that they were given on their group. And that is, hire a manager and have them set up TikTok for you. Because it worked for us and we got a 50% increase in our sales. Social advertising. Maybe you need to just spend money on doing Facebook and Instagram advertising because that worked for us. Maybe what you should do is go look at other customer groups like mums and bubs and have children running riot through your shop. Okay, here we go. Those are some of the examples or some of the suggestions. So, panel, who wants to go first? Give it to me. Who's up? Let's go. What would you tell this business?
Can you answer the questions?
I'll try. I might have to make it up, but okay, I'll give it a go.
Just quickly.
Why did the school going back change the way that the sales were behaving? So are we assuming that the audience then is school-aged children?
Possibly.
So yeah, okay, I'll come back to you.
That could be one of the main audiences. Go, Katrina. What's one low cost, no cost, simple in English, layman terms, would you suggest to this person?
Well, for a start, if it's wet weather and school going back, I mean, one, that changes the circumstances around why they're buying the teas. So change the message, change the language. So that means, if it's wet weather, talk about that, the health benefits of the particular bubble teas that are out there. I'm not a fan of bubble tea myself, but I'm sure that there's there's a whole range of antioxidants and things that come from various teas and things. So there's definitely health benefits there that they could be putting into the marketing message. And as far as kids going back to school, well, then their key market must have been the younger ones, so the kids. So think about how they can reach the kids after hours on the weekends. So or change the message so it's more beneficial for parents, and the key is the health message.
Beautiful. Love it. Who else?
I'll go super quick. I always go back to, the fundamentals don't change. It's still about marketing at the end of the day. We're trying to be doing it in a relevant digital way. Kids are pressed to the to their phones like this, so this is how they're consuming media and messages and marketing and so on. But it's still about people, place, price, promotion. What's the other one? People, place, price, promotion, product. So I would, and if they're in TikTok and various things like that, fantastic. That's where the promotion can flow through to us, so on and so forth. Bring a mate, all that sort of stuff. Bring one, you get 25% off, whatever. I know that these are very tried and tested tricks, but using that digital channel really quickly.
Nice.
Boost Juice did it a long time ago, didn't they? Yeah. With birthdays. Or names days. So today's names are, if your name is Tony, you're going to get 2 bubble teas today or whatever. I mean, anything to generate people footfall traffic.
I love it. Okay.
I go back and analyze who your customer is. Is it the parents? Are they the ones that have the money, or is it the children that have the money? Who has the control? And then have a look at the pain points of your customer and start identifying those pain points and speaking directly to the customer through your social media on those experiences.
Awesome. Carly, have you got an idea? Yeah, go girl, go.
I do, yeah. And Okay, so it's going to be, yes, school's back, but in addition, it means that people are back in the office. The parents are back in the office as well. So that
Nice.
can't be ignored.
Nice.
So perhaps if they are registered with like menu log or something, they can still have their beverage. They might not be close by enough to go for a coffee break, aka bubble tea break, but they can still get it delivered if they want it. And then if we're looking at reviewing staffing, you know, things have gotten slow, well then review your staffing around your peak hours so that you don't feel that you're charging your overheads quite so much throughout the day going where it limit, and maybe put that extra person on the Friday afternoon or the Saturday morning or something. And then they used to do it down near us. I went to Sandgate High, so sorry everybody, as a Northside kid. They had this particular food place had a value exchange with the other food place. One was a food, one was a drink, and one didn't necessarily offer both. So if you had a voucher from one, or if you had a receipt from one, you were offered a better deal or a non-menu item from the other place. And that seemed to get really popular when it first came out. I wasn't there after that, but when it first came out, that was quite good. It was like a special thing. You know, you had to have your receipt and it wasn't on the menu.
So you're talking there about cross-promotional partnerships.
Yes. Referral
Yeah,
partners.
nice. Yeah. So essentially you're targeting at the same audience potentially, but you've got different product offerings or service offerings.
That, yeah. It wouldn't be
Yeah,
my
nice.
primary example, but something like that could perhaps be a second or a third thought.
Great. Taryn.
So you're within a local community, and that's one of the things that we work with a lot with our billboards, because that's, you know, you're reaching people in your local areas. And I think that referral or partnership with the local businesses is really useful. A similar thing that I've seen is that gyms will have partnerships where you can go and get food from cafes that actually have nutritional value, as opposed to leaving the gym and going straight to a burger joint, which is usually what I do. So I think
okay, there's a bit of honesty going on here.
Yeah, that's me. You know, I can't be the only one, right? So I think those sorts of partnerships could definitely be beneficial in that localized area.
Okay, so just to recap, just a couple of key things that we would probably recommend to this bubble tea business owner, and that is strike up some strategic partnerships where you can cross promote each other's businesses, and in doing so you're actually doing a like for each other. That's number one. Number two, shift the message insofar as you know, it's weather great. Let's talk about the health benefits of why you should be drinking bubble tea. And then the third one I really like there, Tony, is your idea around, you know, bring a friend, have a Tony day. If your name's Tony,
always have a Tony day.
Then, you know, come in, be a Tony day, get a, you know, 2 for a price of 1. Great. Fantastic, guys. Here we go. Get ready. Case study number 2. I have a startup company in the video production industry. I was hoping to get a bit of advice from fellow business owners about how I can grow my business and stand out from others in the field. I have a simple website with a couple of testimonials, some completed video work, Facebook page with not much on it, and an Instagram account. So put your thinking caps on. I can see the smoke coming out. Well done. Now, here were some of the recommendations they were told online. Gallery, how user-friendly is it to watch your work? So the gallery on your website. Number 2, I thought this was so important, like it was like gold. Marketing is everything. Great, I can see how that's going to help, right? Tips and tricks. Someone suggested that they create content that builds confidence for their end user, their client's end user, and therefore them to come across to him as a videographer. Okay, who's ready? Yep, right, great, cool. And Katrina, go. Give me one great idea. What would you tell this business? How to stay relevant?
Focus on their pain points. Why do they need the video for a start? You know, do they need the video for testimonials to show their successes to their clients? Do make it focus on, you know, the fact that a lot of people are afraid to get in front of the camera. Show them how easy it is with them, you know. So share the pain, like how they resolve the major pain points with regards to video. You know, focus on how they might stand out and how they might, with them, make it easier to create case study videos, showcase videos, etc.
Perfect.
Focus on the pain points.
Love it.
I
Go.
can just add to that.
Yes.
Definitely the pain points is a big thing, and also the gallery. So
Yes.
I'll apply my own examples again. So I'm preparing for a wedding and I need a photographer, and I absolutely cannot stand getting my photo taken, and nobody can do a good photo of me because I'm awkward as heck. I don't want to pay somebody $5 grand to give me an awkward photo. So my key point,
I'll do it for two.
my pain point is, you know, I need somebody who I feel comfortable with and who can tell me how to be rather than just take photos of what I look like. And so I think that that's true for businesses as well. Like, I have a pain point and I know I need video, but I don't necessarily understand why or what the best kind of video is. So how can you tell me what you can actually achieve for me with this video, rather than just saying, here's a video that I did for you and it cost this much.
Perfect. Jamin, you're up.
I got one. So point of difference, you see lots of videographers out there, but there's not too many of them that are actually Google certified, for example. So that's a massive point of difference where you can go, okay, if you come to me as a videographer and I'm Google certified, you're actually going to rank higher in your Google reviews on your Google Marketplace, etc. So I would create a point of difference that my competitors don't have.
Nice. Keep going. I just wrote that down. That's good. Okay.
Gold.
Boom. If I had a gold medal, you'd be it, mate. You'd be it. Tony.
I'll lob one in. I mean, great content is super shareable on social media, isn't it? And you get a lot of, I know I follow photographers, you know, because I'll get something amazing every day from every single day to just post up a great picture. That morning sunset, that morning sunrise, that evening sunset, whatever it is, you know, it doesn't matter. But some people just have a habit of just getting in your feeds like that. So, you know, terrific content, terrific video, not just stuff you've done for people, but just stuff that's going on around you. And I think just to, you know, develop that kind of that social following, Insta for that would feel like an opportunity, and just keep building and building and building. And you're building an online portfolio or a social portfolio over that time, which is obviously branded.
Beautiful. Love it. Kay, what you got? I see that brain working.
I'd like to know what their unique selling position is. I mean, who is their market? Is it business? What's driving it? I mean, they're in front of a lot of other companies for the fact that they have so much content that they can promote, they can use. They should also be looking at YouTube. They should be promoting it in a way that drives emotion.
Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, you look at businesses are trying to use video to promote their business. So it's a real given that you use your own product and you just
and be seen using it, right? Be seen using it well.
Picture says 1,000 words, video says what, 100,000? I don't know. It's got to be video, surely.
Yeah, cool.
Drone, is it fun? Does it look like it's fun, or does it look daunting for a client to come and use you? Like, if it's something that's going to be fun, you're more driven towards it than something that's going to be a pain.
Perfect. Carly.
I have a butchered version of all of those things. Here's a videographer. Choose the platforms and the people who are visual.
Bingo.
So you want your Instagram. Great that you've got an account. Perhaps log in. Maybe TikTok, because that is all video. That's also really good for how-tos nowadays. So like your YouTube used to be, TikTok's kind of heading that way. How-tos, whips, work in progress.
I thought we took a bit like, you know,
not that kind of conversation.
Right, cool.
But behind the scenes, you know, how interesting and hard are they to work with?
Beautiful.
And user-friendly how-tos. What can you do for your own sort of personal or your own attempts to make it better? Because I mean, I'm rat bag at a selfie. I have no clue what to do. But if I'm trying to do a live, just a snap of the thing live, Well, there's a few things that you should probably know, but at the same time, I don't know any of those things. So how can you do something with what you have available? And if you're looking for something with a more polished thing, maybe reach out to us and blah, blah, blah. So give the value without having to ask for it first. And then they can come back to you when they want the video of the most amazing team on earth.
Love it.
And ultimately it's who his USP is to how to reach that.
One of the things that I'd like to just add to that as well, Andrew, is the fact that reels are just growing so much thanks to TikTok and now that Instagram wants to take on. Most of us in business don't know how to do a reel. So it's pretty much an open market. Come in, very quickly, show us or provide a few different reels that can be used on our own social media, and bang, you've got many, many clients.
So I'm just going to share a real life example with you. So Brown Fox Media, who are in my office with me, Joe, who's their founder, and they do videography work. He has made a conscious decision to do 1 to 2 video conversations or narratives a week that he's putting up on his posts, putting up on his socials. And it's essentially him talking. He's branded, right? How many times do we see things like, even today, how many of us are branded? I'm not. Taryn's the only one who's actually got a brand. So Joe, and Kinetics. Yep. And he made sure, because that's right. He went to Mirror, so it wasn't reading. So, what Joe does is amazing. He takes 3 to 5 minutes and it's him just talking through a pain point that I know someone said, talk about pain points, and also to talk through how, video can actually be of benefit and value to you. Now, he's loaded that on LinkedIn. And today's Wednesday, he loaded one on Monday. He's already had 4 phone calls come through for people wanting to know about how he can help them. So, Mr. Videographer man, whoever you are out there, branding is key. Do your own videos, use your own equipment, talk through some of the equipment that you use, talk through some of the challenges that you've experienced and the solutions that you've provided, and then use social media platforms that are going to be relevant to you. Is Facebook really where you should be? If you're targeting a business audience, use LinkedIn, right? If you're targeting the wedding audience, go to Pinterest. Why? Because that's where most soon-to-be brides go to Pinterest to find out designs and colors and everything else that goes with it. Okay, here we go, guys. 3rd case study. I finally settled on my business concept of providing recruitment support to aspiring and existing firefighters seeking promotion. It's niche, so it should be pretty straightforward to target market and upscale. So I thought. I've gone down the Insta and Facebook advertising path and publishing reels, have emailed everyone, post on LinkedIn, sought approval to advertise in other fire-related Facebook groups, and developed instructional videos. I have great results and confident with my price point. It's been 6 months hard slog. What should I really be doing? So thinking caps on, thinking caps on, thinking caps on. Hold that thought, hold that thought. Possible solutions given online. Advertising, go to SEO and Google Ads. Marketing business plan. What does this say you should be doing? Heavily discount your prices or consider a referral strategy. Okay, I know, right? This is the kind of ideas that are going out there, guys. This is what we're up against as marketing experts, right? So, okay, Kay, I saw you go, boom, out of the gate. So,
well,
go.
The reason why I go fully out of the gates is that I worked for 3 years with Queensland Fire and Emergency Services. Okay, so I know in-house how it works. They have a selection criteria. So when you're looking in regards to recruitment, every job is different. You need to look at that selection criteria. The people that go up and apply for the position, there is a panel generally of about 5 people that have a look at it, and you need to have certain qualifications. I would be very amazed if she can do anything to assist them.
Katrina.
Well, firstly, where are they? Goodness knows. I mean, are they rural area? Are they CBD? Are they Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, New Zealand? It's you know, very location specific, I would imagine. So having not worked in this space, the first thing I would do is to learn more about the market.
So here's a question. Raise your hand. Do you think she's too niche?
Unless it's like too tricky, and then they sometimes ask me to send the file.
I would have to understand the market a bit better to know whether she was too niche or not.
Mm.
It's a very, 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 it's about as micro as you can get, right? I mean, it's, if you think from a global perspective, it's great. I mean, I'm going back about 25 years when I had
Mate, you don't look that old.
a multimedia business back in the UK, and we were building websites, you know, it was a long time ago. And in boring old HTML. And I remember going to a fire conference because we built this 3D model of get this in Flash. It shows you how long ago that is. And before Flash was bad, and you could spin this thing around and look inside and out of it, and so on and so forth. There were a couple of hundred people at that conference. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people selling a lot of stuff. So yeah, there's a really interesting niche, but you know, as people say before, how niche do you have to be if you're just in a state like Australia with, you know, a very small number of people? Or do you think about fire broadly? Are we talking fire alarms, and, you know, or are we just talking about the public service, which is the fire service? Very, very hard. You know, I mean, how many customers are you actually going to get? What's the longevity of that business? How can you grow it? You know, it feels a bit super niche. Public services broadly as a niche. You know, emergency responders, fire, you know, ambulance, police, etc., similar. As I forget who it was that said earlier on, you've got all this criteria, all this selection criteria. Understand that, train people towards it. You know, perhaps you can sort of broaden and get adjacent to that niche of recruiting in terms of training, preparing, you know, preparation, all of that stuff. So I'm thinking get adjacent if you're going to stay in that niche. Think about product. And what product to push and how to push that digitally. Digital courses, you know, maybe a product that they can push. But I was going to say, if they're just doing recruiting in that niche, it would be, I would have thought thin pickings over the long.
Great. No, that's actually a valid point that you talk about there, going horizontal rather than just going vertical. So smart move on that one. Taryn, your thoughts?
Yeah, I was just going to say that if you're a one-man show, which a lot of us start out as, I think having a niche is something that's really drilled into you. And so you do start with one small thing and then eventually have to grow. But sometimes I think it's not a matter of growing into different areas, but just understanding your existing market and why they need your services in the first place. Because that can help you to realize whether you actually do have a suitable business for what you're actually trying to achieve, and whether you do need to start expanding laterally as well.
Carly, Jamin, you guys got any thoughts on this?
Yeah, the way that it was written, it kind of sounded the way in the way that she was reaching out to the individuals. So if she's doing that, I'd potentially broaden that in the way of reach out to the services, reach out to the national party, and try and work alongside them as a resource. Rather than say somebody, I want to be a fireman, can you help me? It doesn't seem quite enough for that. If she's not part of the national recruitment, then like kind of what is she doing? But
yeah, I would agree with that. I think focusing on Facebook and Instagram and all those customer facing platforms is probably not the best place to start. You're going to sink a lot more money before you can get anything back from it with this kind of audience.
Jamin, on LinkedIn, as far as credibility, and you know, it's about promotion. If it's about their resumes, then promote from that way. Look at it more from a product base than a client base.
Yeah, I'd probably just go something simple like educate yourself. It goes back to line 1, page 1. What is your business? It doesn't look like there's any thought process in what the actual business was or target, or there's no planning before you even spend any money. So be better off getting some ice and trying to sell it to Eskimos, because there's just no market. That's what it looks like, and everybody's saying that. So
Excellent, guys. Yep.
Just going to leverage on what Tony was saying, what Taryn and Jamin, what everyone was saying. So you've got such a niche there that, at what point do you niche? You niche when you know you shine in that area.
Yep.
If you are in recruitment, well, then do recruitment until you know from experience where the niche should be, or where you particularly shine, and you're not going to market something that no one wants, right? So you have to be, aware of what the market needs and wants, what the trending products is, but definitely, don't niche too soon.
Yeah, I mean, if you can only sell 100 of these a year, because that is the market, you've got to get 100% of those to have a business.
Great.
And you're not going to get 100% ever. So it's just, I think it is so niche. It's very niche.
Too niche.
Yeah.
And I think that was the big thing for me when I came across this business inside a Facebook group. And I was like, whoa, so you're in recruitment, but you've started your business in a little slither of the complete market. So my encouragement to this particular person, whoever you are out there who does recruitment for firefighters, I would either encourage, number one, go back, do the market research and find out realistically how big the market is. Number two, develop the relationships with the associations or the organizations as well as the individual. Number three, expand on your product offering. It may be recruitment, but what about training and development? What about putting in place online programs to support firefighters who want to be promoted? Is there a way that you can go in and actually get them at that earlier stage of training them up, getting them ready, so that when those positions come available, they can actually be a likely candidate? And I think the big one for this particular business is, without knowing what kind of quality content they're doing to promote themselves, one of the things that I'd be definitely encouraging they do is to find someone who can create quality, purposeful narrative content that shows her success on how she actually helps a firefighter move up through the ranks, or move them into better positions inside the fire services. So guys, recommendations, and it's probably fair to say that we've sort of covered off some of these, but for me, this would be some of my recommendations. Brand control, and that is irrespective of your business, whether it's a startup, whether you've been going for a couple of years, whether you're in growth mode, if you're in world domination mode. Brand control. How do you want your brand to be perceived and received in the marketplace, as this aligns with your core values and your business philosophy? Number two, the business aspirations. Where do you want the business to go? Determine if it's a side hustle or your sole income generation. And just on that note, I get really, really upset. And I had this happen yesterday. I had a woman come and meet with me who's part of a networking group. And she said, I've just started in my business. I've come from a background of corporate marketing, where I've spent the last 30 years with budgets of $2-3 million. And I'm here to help small businesses. And she said, in particular, help start up small businesses. And I'm like, sweetheart, you've come from a background in corporate where you've got an unlimited budget, $3 million. Like that's a dream for most of us, right? So it's real important that you determine whether this is a side hustle for you, whether this is just something you're giving a go till something better comes along, or are you, like everyone on this particular panel, are you boots and all? Like, are you diving into this sucker and you're either going to swim or you're going to sink? Realistic investment, number 3. This is how you help you stay relevant. This is time and money, right? Like it's both. Because your time has an investment, and that is how much do you have to invest? How much are you prepared to lose? Raise your hand, guys, if you've lost money in marketing. Right? Like, it's just something that happens. It's like it's like going to the gym and falling off the rowing machine. Who's done that? Okay, I'm it. But guess what? There are others who have as well, right? So get used to knowing that you got to invest. Please don't ask for cheap. Please don't ask for a discount. And please don't ask for free, because I'll probably smack you, right? Everything has got a time and financial investment attached. And then the 4th one, choose what you do. Because there are so many, I'm a big fan of what are the 4 non-negotiable things, actions, tasks that you have to do no matter what. Those are the 4 things. Get confident around building those 4 things. If you've got to write a blog every month or every week, write the damn blog every week or every month. Stick to the action. If you said you're going to do 3 social media posts to your Facebook, guess what? Do the bloody 3. Make sure they're quality. Make sure they're on brand. And why do we do that? Because we know that marketing is a minefield. And I'm so sorry, I was meant to have a minefield blow up. I was meant to have explosions, so I do apologize. But marketing is a minefield. You've got a choice. You can either go blindly through the minefield and lose more than your leg. You can have a novice take you through that minefield, but just check if they're missing an arm or they're missing a leg, they're probably not the people you want to follow. Right? So find the experts who are going to help you get through the minefield that is marketing. Follow them. Do as they say. Do as they do. Right? There's a reason why they've got all their limbs. There's a reason why those others haven't. So you've got to follow. That's how you stay relevant online. Because why? Business is all about growth. It's not necessarily about world domination growth. It could be about just growing your business to 150,000 a year. Why? Because that's what you would have made if you'd stayed in that thing called just on broke job, right? Or maybe you are a little bit sicko like me and you are a bit of a world domination, that's great. Whatever the growth element is for you, it's really important that you have these components in alignment to help support that. So that's me. Chief Idea Specialist, animal by day. No, Chief Idea Specialist by day, animal by night, and asleep at night. So thanks. Appreciate it. Boom.
Brilliant, Andrea. Love it. And I think, bringing some real case studies there for us to break down was absolutely gold, because one, you guys get to see, how awesome we are as a team, and you can see that there's very different perspectives from every team member on the panel as well. So
and I came in on time. I came in way under time.
You could have brought in another one there. How about one thing before we go? I thought I might just remind everyone that the Digital Toolkit is here for small business. It is free to access for small business, but we've got 20 experts on the panel. And we are here every week for you. We've got a range of topics that we'll be exploring over the next 40-something weeks for the year. I think next session we've got Alex Cumberland and David Letizia from Oncord and Your Business Optimized, leading us in small business websites, and they're talking about CTA, so call to actions, marketing for your website, so everything behind that beautiful branded digital business card. No, just kidding. It is your business front. It's your storefront. It's online, and you need to, make it work for you. Having a pretty website that goes, hey, this is my brand name, this is what I do, and you don't have the system set up to automate responses to your clients when they make an inquiry, or you don't have the right message there on your website, these are the sort of things that you will, your website's just basically, burning cash if you don't have the systems in place. So jump in with us live next week to hear Alex and David lead the session for small business websites and how to make them work for you. And don't forget to engage with our content. Put your questions at the bottom, like, share, comment. The only way that we can, and we want to keep this going post 2022, but you guys need to help spread the word. So please be a champion for small business and share the digital toolkit so we can keep this going for you and help bring you the latest tips, tools, and advice to help you grow your business online. So this is the Katrina Paranik from Digital Toolkit and the Digital Toolkit panel. Thank you so much for being here today. Signing off. Until next week, make sure that you subscribe and grow your business online with us. Bye for now.
See you later, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Great to see us. Mr. Barnes, I'll buzz you.